Most people use the words hormones and peptides like they mean the same thing, but they don't. And once you understand the difference, a lot of the confusion around peptide science starts to clear up. A hormone is a chemical messenger. It is produced by a gland or a tissue, released into the bloodstream, and travels to somewhere else in the body to trigger a change. That's the job description, a chemical messenger. What it's made of is a separate question entirely, because hormones come in 4 structural types. You've got peptide hormones, steroid hormones, amine hormones, and lipid hormones. Peptides are just one category. So what's a peptide? A peptide is a short chain of amino acids. It's a structural description, not a functional one. A peptide isn't automatically a hormone. It only becomes a hormone if it acts as a messenger and triggers a response somewhere else in the body. So the relationship looks like this. All peptide hormones are peptides, but not all peptides are hormones. And not all hormones are peptides. Think of it like a Venn diagram. There's an overlap in the middle, but both circles extend well beyond it. Examples of peptides that are hormones include insulin, which regulates blood sugar or blood glucose, GLP-1, which controls appetite and insulin secretion, growth hormone, and oxytocin. These are all amino acid chains that also happen to act as chemical messengers. But then you've got hormones that have nothing to do with peptides at all. Testosterone, estrogen, cortisol. These are steroid hormones derived from cholesterol, not amino acids. Adrenaline and melatonin are amine hormones. Prostaglandins are lipid-based. Completely different structures, completely different chemistry. Peptide hormones can't actually get inside your cells. They're water soluble, and the cell membrane is made of fat, so they can't cross it. Instead, they knock on the door. They bind to receptors on the outside of the cell and send a signal inward. The message gets through, but the peptide stays outside. Steroid hormones, on the other hand, are lipid soluble, so they can pass straight through the cell membrane, get inside, and act directly on the DNA to change gene expression. They walk straight in. Research peptides like BPC157 and TB500 work on the same way as a peptide hormone. They bind to the surface receptors and trigger signaling pathways from the outside. They're not hormones, but the mechanism of action follows the same principle. So to bring it all together, peptide describes structure, hormone describes function. A peptide becomes a hormone only if it signals another part of the body to change how it behaves. That distinction matters, especially if you're trying to understand what research peptides actually do and how they differ from hormones that your body already makes.